And here we are, a once forgotten RV reborn, radiating the spirit of the 70s. Today, our tale begins at the end. A vision realized, a story complete. A lack of confidence in our caulking abilities, and a winter storm about to roll into southeast Michigan. Behold the transformed relic, a testament to hard work, the magic of renovation, and the artistry of bygone eras. But friends, this story started many months ago, where the whispers of the 70s beckoned us to bring new life.
Did I sound weird? Should we start over? I feel like I sounded weird just then.
No, it sounded great.
Okay. Where whispers of the 70s beckoned us to bring new life into this forgotten gem.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Retro Revivals YouTube channel. We wanted to say thank you for following along with us on this journey, this renovation process of Harvey the RV. It is much appreciated.
So it is sub-zero temperatures outside this week, so we thought this would be a good time to put together the part 2 video of the full renovation. So that's what this is. A lot of people actually found our channel from the part 1 video. But if you have not seen that, what that was the first 4 months of the renovation, and we'll put a link to that video here. And then what we'll do is at the end of that video, we'll put a link back to this one, so you can kind of come back here and pick up right where you left off.
You know, looking back at that part 1 video, it's kind of funny. We thought we had accomplished so much, and yet when we left off with part 1, it was just an empty white shell.
Yeah, it was crazy. And people were like, wow, look at all the progress. And now looking at it, was like, it was a lot of work, but really not a lot accomplished. So in this video, you're going to really see it transform from that white shell into basically a finished RV that we're super excited to take camping with the family. So if you're one of the people who's been with us from the start, we've got some new clips and fun things in this video. So I hope you stick around. And we're going to start with just a quick recap, because this was a long time ago that we were doing these things. So just a quick recap of the part 1, and then we'll roll right into what's been happening since then.
Enjoy. Now that we had got the structure back together, it was time to start putting in the insulation and the paneling on the walls.
We actually just found out recently that this kind of insulation board is highly flammable. So everyone uses it, but I mean...
Not only expensive, but flammable to boot.
Crazy expensive.
Right. It must have been a lot cheaper when we started.
I feel like it was, honestly. Uh-oh, no, stay.
I was wondering if that might be a thing.
No, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. That spider's gonna wish he didn't. That's a thing.
Don't get that in your hair.
No. Man. Oh, no. Oh, dang it.
There you go. Oh, that's the thing. My goodness. Somebody's gonna want to hire you.
They should. That looks profesh.
You did the thing.
So here's a little fun fact. Christy is a master carpenter. She does really well with angles and measurements and making the right cuts.
Wow, that's nice. You always question my spatial reasoning, but somehow I do have a knack for getting these holes in the right places, I guess.
Yeah. Well, also, there was some comments about people saying, hey, your paneling, you have lines going in different directions. Well, that paneling didn't actually have grooves in it, and ultimately we were going to paint it anyway. So it didn't matter which way the lines were going, horizontal or vertical.
Help has arrived. Yeah, there is no way. I mean, we're particular enough that we would not have been able to have some lines going this way, some lines going that way. Once the paint's on, you couldn't tell. So that was kind of a nice advantage of the paneling we used.
Retro Revivals presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Shade Tree Mechanic Guy.
Mr. Shade Tree Mechanic Guy.
When given the choice between doing it the easy way or the hard way, you choose the near impossible.
It's never gonna happen.
With you, countless hours of turning wrenches turns into busted knuckles and mumbled curses.
Fiddle faddle.
You have a talent for taking a moderately difficult job that should only take 2 hours and turning it into a marathon job that takes 2 whole days.
It's not a race.
So this one's for you, oh Charlie Daniels of the torque wrench, because that radiator isn't going to replace itself.
Mr. Shade Tree Mechanic Guy.
Back out at Harvey this morning, and I am going to change the old master cylinder. So first thing you do is put your hood up, and the master cylinder is this thing, and the purpose of it is to line. All right, we got a helper out here today. He wants to learn how to do some brakes. 30 minutes of you greasing a spindle.
Oh, 30 minutes. God. Rebuilding the brakes and doing the wheel bearings and getting new tires and putting the wheels on, that was a huge job. But it was one of the last things we had to do before we could get Harvey back on the road. Once we were finished with that stuff, we turned our focus to the interior.
For this project, we decided to purchase cabinets instead of building them ourselves. And these were just kind of cheap, unfinished cabinets that we got from Menards. The funny thing is, so these were actually oak cabinets, and someone had commented how they thought it was interesting that we took the white ceiling, and you'll see in a minute that we made it look like wood grain, and we took our wood cabinets and we made them white. So just kind of a funny observation.
This is the ceiling treatment that we opted for.
Stretch it out.
In days of old, they would have called it contact paper, but now apparently it is peel and stick wallpaper. This is going to be good to adhere to the ceiling without any additional spray glue or anything like that.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Now the key is Christy has a wonderful idea on how she wants to lay this out. We're going to see how that works.
I want to put it at an angle. I think if we can pull off the angle, that it's going to be amazing. Oh, it moved a little. Well, we'll see what happens. We were super excited with how the ceiling turned out, and it's still holding up to this day. But now it was time to turn our focus onto the kitchen. And we picked up this, actually it's a bathroom vanity that was obviously used and not in the best condition. We got it on Facebook Marketplace. It was the exact right size for what we needed for our kitchen. That was important because we were actually moving our kitchen.
Yeah, so we wanted to create an open living space, and that meant moving the kitchen from the rear of the RV to behind the passenger side seat.
We solicited some help when it came time to paint this vanity, and the color we chose is actually called Spinach Dip. And yeah, when we first opened the can, it was pretty terrifying, really, especially out in the bright sun. But once it dried, it turned into a much more like normal
Oh, I think it was perfect.
color. Yeah.
Ooh.
That is wild looking.
Oh, that's nice.
I love it. We ended up getting a new induction 2-burner cooktop, and apparently that's called a hob in other parts of the world. Hob is kind of cool. So now we call it the hob. We got a sweet, pretty big actually for an RV, deep sink. We did splurge a little bit on the countertop. We got actual real butcher block, but everything came together really nicely, and the colors tied in well with the exterior and with the ceiling treatment. And at this point, we were pretty fired up with how things were coming together.
So we had to take the front end of Harvey apart one last time to do some final work for the cooling system. While we had it apart, we decided we wanted to spruce it up a little bit, so we had the kids get out the old spray cans and spray bomb some parts.
Yeah, it doesn't take much convincing to get them to spray paint things.
I've got everything apart. This is the very last thing that needs to go back on there. We've done the thermostat, we've done the radiator hoses, we've done the water pump, we put in an aluminum radiator. We got it all done, took it all back apart so we could do this fan clutch. No big deal. It's ready to go back together one last time, and we are gonna run down the road as cool as a cucumber. So after we had finished up with some mechanicking, we decided to move back to the interior.
To put this video together, we had to cut out so much out of our full videos. You know, if you haven't had the chance to watch those, go check those out. And for those of you that have, we'd love to see in the comments what were some of your favorite moments that didn't make it into this video.
Now we're on to the gray water solution. So by relocating the kitchen, we needed to come up with a new drain plan for actually getting the gray water into the black tank. Now Harvey didn't originally come with a gray water tank, so everything goes to the black tank. We wound up routing a clear tube and drilling a new hole into the black tank, and it really worked out well.
Yeah, it was either this or do some kind of like portable tote bucket system under the sink, and we really didn't want that.
This is where Christy found a former resident in Harvey.
He was cute.
Oh, gosh. Oh, what? He died.
Following our funeral for Fievel, we fixed our focus on finishing the finicky faux wood flooring.
Nice.
That's alliteration.
Oh, thank you.
So what we went with for flooring for Harvey was luxury vinyl plank, or you'll see it as LVP. It's a good choice because it's easy to install, it's waterproof, it's durable. We ended up getting one of the cheaper ones, which made it a little more difficult to install, and some of the places that are supposed to click together actually...
Yeah, we had some minor technical difficulties getting it to lock in place.
Yeah, but overall it turned out great, and I think it's going to last pretty well.
It's always nerve-wracking to see something after you've been working on it in the dark. Let's see what it looks like in the daylight.
Ooh, it looks good. So this is a fake tin roof type of deal, and we want to do this in our kitchen.
People still do that?
No, people don't do that. Come on in.
You know what I need is a battery operated. That would be the bee's knees. What do you say?
You know what I say.
No,
Raise
I
the
don't.
roof.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I actually don't say that.
Raise the roof. You say raise the roof for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on. Okay. Hey, look at that one.
Oh, that's a goodie.
See? Look at me.
Okay, so this is the light fixture. In the previous video, I added this switch to it, and we should be able to click it on and off from right above the kitchen sink right here. Oh man, this is gonna look sweet.
So it was at this point that we started to impose ridiculous and unrealistic expectations and deadlines upon ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. It was super stressful. So we have twin daughters that just started college, and we thought it would be fun if we could take Harvey there for their 18th birthday and take them out to dinner and then come out to the RV and do cake and ice cream and just be there instead of going to their dorm room or doing it in a restaurant or whatever. And so that left us just very little time to do a whole laundry list of projects. The main one being we had no seating yet in the back. So we needed to get to work on these couches that we purchased.
So we purchased 2 individual couches. They were at an online auction. They're RV couches. Anyway, we had a grand plan to put these couches and make them into a sectional. Each couch folds into a bed. What we wanted to do was keep one bed intact by modifying some brackets and then eliminating the bed in the other one altogether. It was at this point that due to time constraints, we figured out that we could only get one couch in because we had to turn our attention into getting seat belts in before we could hit the road.
Okay, this is happening. We're loading it up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We're gonna try to make this happen. How is it back there?
A few inches later.
We made it a quarter mile. And we've got a belt that is just hollering. Okay, so it's not doing it. It's not doing it at all.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't have any.
Oh, Harvey, what are you doing to my nerves, boy? Seriously, we're doing awesome now.
We haven't gone a tenth of a mile.
Oh, I have hope now. Maybe I celebrated just a little too soon, but when we stopped for gas, we still had very high hopes that we were going to make it, and so we decided to do some decorating in the RV to get ready for the birthday party.
Yeah, it seems like there's always a little bit of premature celebration when it comes to stuff like this. I'm not pretending like I know what's going on.
Oh.
It's not going to give us any sort of respite this time. The neighbors are going to love us coming back.
Oh my God. I don't know what to even say. This is so disappointing. We're headed back home. If we don't turn around now, we won't make it in time for a birthday dinner, and that's the most important.
We're a little down, but not defeated. We'll come back.
Turns out we weren't able to take the RV that night, but we did make it in time for a nice birthday dinner with the twins. And the next day we got back to work trying to get that second couch installed. Whoa, what in the world? Jeez. You want dish soap? I think we have some. Okay, the cushions fit. So why does that not fit? All right, got some water.
So if you'll notice, Christy and I swapped spots.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Don't oh boy me. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Why? I don't even get it.
Holy smokes.
It's going. Shh. I mean, if we've come this far, you can go
If we've come this far.
2 more inches. You're crying out loud.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Is it gonna crack?
I don't know. At this point,
I mean, are we gonna
The whole-
blow the back wall out of the RV?
I was just gonna say that the whole back wall could literally just boom. You're doing so good, though.
I know. You don't gotta tell me. It's like a recliner.
Right? Wow.
A little more?
Oh, okay. You're getting greedy now.
I don't know.
It looks good from here.
Well, we didn't make the birthday deadline. We thought it would be appropriate to book a campsite for the upcoming weekend and try to get everything ready to actually do some camping with our younger two kids on the following Friday is when we were supposed to leave, because Saturday, the Michigan State Parks do this cool thing in the fall where they have trick-or-treating weekends, and Saturday was trick-or-treating at the state park.
That's right.
So we booked it and we told the kids we're going camping and trick-or-treating, and there was no way that we were going to miss this deadline. The main issue that we needed to address at this point was that we didn't have any of the plumbing done at all. So this whole week was pretty much what we called a plumbing panic mode.
Oh, there was some panic.
Seriously. Judging by our plans, we have everything we need.
Yes, very exciting, as most plumbing is.
I've been putting the water pump together. This is just a little Amazon special. We're not plumbers, and this might not exactly work exactly how it's supposed to. But we're going to give it a whirl. You're going to turn on the hose. I'm going to start shooting water in the thing. You'll go in the camper and watch the perfection in action.
Water coming on.
Oh boy. Here we go. Okay. If we start seeing water run out the back here somewhere, we know that's a bad sign.
Nice. Stop. Yeah.
Dang. I guess we should have got some towels. There is water running out the back.
Yeah.
What happened?
I have no idea. It's running all over the back of the cushion, though. I mean,
All right, let me go get some towels. You investigate.
okay.
Oh man, yeah, it's our outside connection. Oh gosh, why? Dang! Oh my god, Tyler's taking off the cover. It's the very first connection that could have gone wrong. The first one. Oh, look at he's smiling.
I just like to smile. Smiling's my favorite.
Could it have come dislodged off of this
I
thing?
have no earthly idea.
Oh my gosh! The stinking thing's not even connected anymore. That is not my fault. Where the heck is it?
It's in the couch.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. All that good butyl. And Tyler's gonna turn the hose back on. I'm gonna wait till he's inside before I actually put it in there. We're also gonna leave this out so we can see if it's disaster striking again.
Take 2. Water coming on.
You got the hose on high enough. Jeez. Look at that. You want me to turn on the pump? Oh boy. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Just real quick on and off, or just leave it on?
You gotta leave it on, let it prime. Sucking water, which is good.
I hear something.
Where's that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just I hear something. I am scared right now. Okay, nothing. Keep going. Okay.
Really?
I don't see any dripping.
Is it valves open underneath?
What do I hear? I hear something. Oh, the sink's on. Oh my gosh, the sink works. Okay, well, something's dripping. The toilet's dripping.
Okay.
Okay, shut the pump. Oh, the toilet's not even connected. Oh my gosh, are we dinguses?
Well.
There it goes. Sorry for the crazy camera work in that plumbing sequence, but I heard water coming from somewhere. I had no idea where it was coming from. You could just hear it running, and I knew it wasn't a good thing. So I think I was legit panicking a little bit.
Yeah. And you still wanted to go camping that night.
Well, we had a reservation. I still was holding out hope, even at that point when it was dark and raining and everything wasn't finished, that we would get to go Friday night. We didn't. We wound up packing up and heading out Saturday morning. Oh, so awesome.
It is rough.
It's so pretty. I think people don't know the Great Lakes look like this.
Right. It's the ocean. Your freshwater ocean.
We made it through our first night. It was good.
It was good. It was really good.
Whoa. I bought the fiddle faddle just for you, babe.
Sweet.
I wonder if I could.
You're gonna melt the fingertips right off of it. Skeleton life ain't easy, bud. But it's worth it. Oh, a new technique. Tyler, he might do it. Now what? Oh! Yeah.
Next up, we set our sights on the cab. This is where we wanted to clean it up and get it prepped for some kill mat, which would control the sound and heat, some new seal around the doghouse area there, and eventually we'd be putting carpet down and kind of sprucing up the interior altogether.
So when we bought Harvey, the doghouse engine cover had a huge crack in it, and that was something we definitely needed to fix. Trying to drive without this doghouse was insane. So Tyler took the Dremel and scored the cracks a bit. We used some JB Weld plastic bond epoxy stuff and filled the cracks. Used a little bit of mesh tape over the bigger holes. And we had high hopes for how it would turn out. We could have taken our time a little bit more, but it wound up definitely improving the structure of it. And it's not, you know, just a big crack anymore. It could look a little bit better, but anyway, we wound up just sanding it down, taking some black spray paint and making it look like a brand new Darth Vader helmet.
Right.
Or what's his name? Dark Helmet.
Yes. There may come a time when we actually put some material over that cracked area too and kind of cover that up.
Yeah, the original doghouse did have like carpet wrapped around it, and I could definitely see us doing that at some point. So we didn't really want to spend too much time trying to make it perfect if we were going to ultimately just cover it up at some point anyways. The next thing we did here was, instead of an ashtray, we decided that it would be a better use of space to put some USB chargers right in the doghouse, and that has worked out really well. Oh, you're such a good sport. One of the things I wanted to do with this RV since we got it, it's a 1976. It needs the retro wooden cup holder business on the top of the doghouse.
It made a big difference to get the carpet down. And we wanted to install some gauges where the radio was in Harvey. That way we could monitor the engine health and make sure we weren't going to overheat or have any additional problems.
And here's a few before and afters of what a big difference all that work made to the whole cab of the RV. After we finished up with the cab, we moved back to the back. We installed some lifts on these cabinets, got a fridge installed. All of this was in preparation to take this football tailgating. And we were going to go party with our kids a little bit before a football game. We had to get all the electrical things functioning. So the lights were added and switches put on those. You can see those cool fans that we put in. Some USB charging ports, and above the master bed, not that we're going to use this tailgating necessarily, but we did install these cool reading lamps that are definitely going to be a plus on our vacations. After all that, we were ready to hit the road to do some tailgating. Sun's out. It's gonna be an awesome day, right, Jackie Boo?
Yep.
We wanted to dress up the outside of Harvey a little bit and take care of those rusty mirrors. So in order to do that, we pulled them off, ground off the rust, put on some Pour 15, which is paint over rust, and then painted them up and made them look nice and shiny and bolted them back on. We needed some external storage on the RV, so we decided to modify this rack and put it on Harvey's bumper. Oh! All right, let's see.
All right, what do you think of that?
That doesn't look bad at all. Man, it's like we planned it. Next up was mounting the spare tire and installing a backup camera.
Oh yeah.
This is just like that.
Look at that. So we finally got the spare tire mounted, the backup cameras in. That's going to make a big difference when we're trying to park and even to see cars behind us as we're driving down the road. That will be a big benefit, I think.
Yeah, and they won't be upside down or anything because we reversed the camera.
Right, yeah, we did get a lot of comments about the monitor being upside down, and it is upside down.
It's because it was a dash-mounted camera or a dash-mounted monitor to begin with. When I flipped it over, the holes didn't want to line up with the monitor. So I just left the monitor turned upside down.
I feel like maybe we could have tried harder to
Maybe.
put the monitor right side up, but we'll still look at it.
Yeah.
There's time.
Yeah.
But in the next few clips, it's when the design, I guess, really starts to come together. We add some different things that sort of really bring it back to the 70s and make it feel a little bit different than all these other, more modern white paint RVs that you see out there.
Yeah, it really gave it a classy look. I like it.
Oh my gosh. That is
cool.
Wild.
I like that.
That's pretty awesome. The green on it doesn't really show up from this far away, but it does have some of the green here.
Oh, that's cool.
One of the last projects that we wanted to tackle before we considered Harvey done for the most part was these curtains. We found a design online, got some painter's drop cloth, relatively inexpensive, put them together, and Tyler screwed them up to the wall. This was a pretty straightforward project, but it's going to make a huge difference for privacy when we're out camping. And that brings us to where we are today. Here we are.
Here we are, proud custodians of a rolling masterpiece. A journey that began with a dream, guided by passion, and brought to life through dedication. Dear viewers, as you embark on your own adventures, may this story inspire you to breathe new life into the forgotten relics of time. If you have enjoyed this video, please take a minute to hit that little thumbs up, and please subscribe because the best is yet to come.